where the horizon bleeds. Dust's last light fade away. Dust storms whisper secrets of a cursed town's decay. There's a rail line to nowhere, just echoes of the past, and a crumbling chapel shadow where redemption didn't last. Here lies a heart buried beneath this silent grave. Lost love's whisper in the wind's mournful stave, where whiskey bottles mark the spot of every sin. Buried in silence where only ghosts begin. Found her locket by the old saloon. The glass was cracked and worn. That night the thunder roared, as if heaven felt her scorn. Betrayal brewed in whiskey eyes beneath the sinner's moon, left a trail of broken vows near the burning church in June. Beneath the stars, buried in this silent grave, echoes of footsteps that no prayer could save. Where the wind howls through the hollows of the sins, buried in silence where the end, my friend, begins. Underneath the faded cross, I lay my vengeance down. The ghost of her laughter haunts this forgotten town. Cursed land, take my soul, for there's nothing left to save. Every whisper turned to dust, every dream a silent grave. Now I'm gone, buried in my own silent grave. No more shadows beneath the old church's nave. Let the desert cover me, let the night sky be my shroud. Buried in silence far from the maddening crowd. So here I rest, no more to roam, a lone gunslinger far from home. In the land of lost pathways, where the silent spirits crave. My story ends buried in the silent grave. The sun bleeds crimson on the land. Dust whips the face of a forsaken band. Whiskey bottles laid by the roadside bare. Echoes of a train cut the chilly air. On this lonely road where shadows conspire, flames dance around an old church spire. The winds whisper tales of a cursed soul's fate, riding past the gates of a ghost town's hate. Once loved a beauty, eyes like stormy skies. Her promises as hollow as her midnight lies. Found my heart buried in forgotten graves. Now I'm just a shadow in the canyon caves. Down this endless road, under starlit fire, smoke curls around that burning church spire. ghost town's gates. In the silent desert, the truth comes clear. Her betrayal's the venom I still taste, bitter and severe. Face to face with my past, the showdown begins. In the flicker of moonlight, is that freedom or sins? My tracks in pain on this haunted trail, only echoes remain. In a town where the whistling winds carry sin, under the ghost moon's pale watchful eye, lies a dusty road where shadows begin, and the truths you hear are oft a lie. Whiskey bottles clink in forgotten saloons, echoes of laughter buried in sand. Each step kicks up curses under the blood-red moons. In the silent desert, a gun in my hand. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade, echoes of a bullet through the heart betrayed, where the lost souls wander and the brave ones fade, underneath the sky of a gunsmoke charade. Years ago, her laughter filled the autumn air, in a church that now burns in eternal flame. Promises made in the heat of a desperate prayer, gone with the wind, just whispers of her name. Dust storms rise where our dreams used to lay, train whistles mourn like the cries of the damned. In the night, the cold stars have much to say about a love lost and a life forever banned. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade, revenge stirs the dust where our bed was made. Ghost towns hold secrets of the love that decayed, and the heart counts the cost of the games that were played. In the coldest hour, the desert speaks of cursed lands and the vengeance it seeks. Face to face, my fate with a gun echoes loud. What's done is done. The shadows whisper over gunpowder serenade. In the silence, my soul's debts are paid. Across this cursed land, I let my memories fade. With one last bullet, my peace is made. In the echoes of my gunpowder serenade.
In the shadow of a ghost town, and under Twilight's mournful sway, whiskey bottle lying and 'tis the church begins to fray. Hoofbeats echo through the valley like a train's lonesome cry. Past the barn that's caught in flames, reaching for the sky. Riding through the burning barn, smoke blurring right and wrong. Haunted by love so fierce, now nothing but a song. Ashes rain on cursed lands where once my heart did yearn. Through the fire past old sins, too late for me to turn. She was sunlight through the dust storm, now she's shadows in the wind. Betrayed by whispers, trading love for a sin. Her laughter now just echoes through the silent starry waste. Every memory scorched and sealed by the past bitter taste. Riding through the burning barn, embers sting my haunted eyes. Each flame a fleeting moment of the love that death defies. Beneath the blackened beams, our fate was drawn in soot and char. Lost dreams crackle underfoot in this pyre of a scar. Grip, where the truth becomes so clear, I see her face in every spark, feel her presence so near. Was it vengeance or salvation that this burning path has wrought? Among these flames I find the battles I have fought. Riding through the burning barn where all my ghosts reside, letting go of old regrets that in my heart did hide. As beams collapse around me, this outlaw's tale unfolds. In the ashes of my sins, a new life bravely molds. Riding toward the dawn, knowing every end is just a place to start a new reborn. In the shadow of a mesa, where the silent deserts weep, lies the ghost town of Alara, where the secrets dare to creep. Underneath the crescent moonlight, whiskey bottles lay in rows. Echoes of the lonesome train whistle as the cold night wind blows. Whispers in the lost love calling through the haunted plains. Vows once made and burning churches, now just ashes and chains. Every heartbroken echo, a story of a love that does decay. in the cursed lands of Alara, where the spirits never stray. It stood alone, forgotten grave, just outside the chapel door. Her name was worn, but still engraved in the heart of the man she swore. Betrayed by a kiss so venomous, a serpent smile on her lips, left a scar upon the cowboy and a gun upon his hips. Whispers in the lost love, tales that chill the desert spine. Promises like dust storms vanish, leaving nothing behind. His footsteps follow whispers through the town, they softly sway in the cursed lands of Alara, where the night swallows the day. In the hollow of the valley, he faced the ghost he feared the most. The mirror of his lost love, now just a pale and fleeting ghost. Eyes like fire confronted past sins as the western wind did moan. A showdown with his haunted memories in the valley of the lone. Whispers in the lost love, found his peace or found his grave in the heart of Alara, beneath the land so stark and brave. Now he rides a shadow fading in the echoes of his pain, in the cursed lands of Alara, where whispers call his name. As the sun sets over LRR, silence settles into the line. Only whispers in the lost love, and his tale lost in time. On a dusty stretch where shadows cross, the moon hangs low, revealing lost. Whiskey bottles clink in hollow song, midnight on the lonely road where spirits belong. A lone coyote calls to a ghost town's lights. It's a canvas painted black, missing all its rights. Underneath a starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Each step is a memory, each breath a burning pile. Midnight on the lonely road, kindling old desires. There's a tale they whisper of a love betrayed. Her laughter haunts the canyons by the creek where they laid. A preacher man once told of redemption and sins. Now his church lies in ashes as the dust storm begins. The train whistles mourn like a widow's soft plea. In the night's chilly grasp, no soul dares to flee. Underneath a starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Footprints lead to nowhere, in the sand they conspire. Midnight on the lonely road, awakening the liar.
Face to face with the past at the old hanging tree. Forgotten graves stir, whispers set us free. A gun's cold echo in the valley tonight. Truth and retribution blend under the pale moonlight. Let the stars bear witness. Let the cold wind howl revenge or forgiveness under fate's stern scowl. Now I walk with shadows. In silence I roam, midnight on the lonely road. This cursed land my home. In the shadow of the mesa where the cold winds howl lies a town too dead for dust, too gone for foul. Hear the echo of the train over lost and broken tracks. Bottle of whiskey lying empty alongside spent gun racks. Dance the revenge waltz beneath the moon's cold stare. Spin with the ghosts of what's left, swirling through the barren air. Each step a tale of wrath, every turn burns the past. Silhouettes in a cursed land where salvation never lasts. Once loved a girl as fierce as desert blooms, betrayed by a whisper, she met an early tune. Underneath the church where we once knelt in prayer, now nothing but ashes, smoke still hanging there. Dance the revenge waltz on charred and sacred ground. Haunted melodies of a pistol's retort, a haunting vengeful sound. Step to the rhythm of retribution's call. All spirits guide my hand across the dust of a silenced town. Stood face to face with the devil in boots, his smirk a twisted sin. He sold the love that was mine by right, the darkness drew him in. But vengeance is a partner, cold and hard and lean. We waltz among the shadows, our justice unforeseen. Dance the revenge waltz, let the old church bells toll. For every heart that's broken, for every stolen soul. Now as the dawn creeps o'er the hills with nothing left to mend, I take my leave in silence, this waltz has found its end. Dance the revenge waltz. Dance the revenge silence of a ghost town's clutch. The wind whispers secrets covered in dust. The whiskey bottles clanking in my worn out sack. Echoes of betrayal, ain't no turning back. Sunset bleeding red on a cursed land. Here I tread a shadow, gun in hand. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's glow. My heart bleeds a tale too bitter spoke. Lost love's fire in the cold night stokes.
under starlit skies and the devil's jokes. Remember her laughter under the old church light before it burned to ashes that cursed night. A train whistle moaning through the empty plains, like a ghostly reminder of our sweet love's remains. He took her from me, left nothing but her grave. Now I'm chasing shadows of the man I crave. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. Vengeance is path, my burden to evoke. Through forgotten graves and tales misspoke, every step I take, my resolve rewokes. In the silence of the desert, their faces appear, haunting my dreams, stoking my fears. A showdown looming in the dusk's embrace. His eyes meet mine, time slows its pace. Revenge and smoke, this life's cruel joke. Gunfire echoes as all ties are broke. Dust settles down on the path I chose. In a land of ghosts, a lone figure rose, with each chord strong and every note played low. Revenge and smoke in the desert's endless. Whoa. In the shadow of the silent desert's moan, where the wind whispers secrets best unknown, stands a man with whiskey in his weary bones and a heart turned harder than the stones. Dust devils dance on this cursed trail, ghost towns echo a mournful wail. He rides past churches charred and stale, under skies that weep ash instead of hell. Outlaw heart beneath the smoke, lost love's a fire that never broke. Through burning lands on paths he strode, where every step is on cursed road. By the light of a lonely train's lament, he recalls a love twisted and bent. Betrayal's knife from the dark was sent in a letter that smelled of roses never meant. Rode through nights to settle the score, past forgotten graves and the legends of yore. Each bullet a promise to even out the war between what life gives and what it's sold for. Outlaw heart beneath the smoke, lost love's a fire that never broke. Through silent deserts his vows he spoke, to the shadows his only kin and foe.
saw too late. The love he chased was a ghost, a bait, a trap set by hate to seal his gate. Outlaw heart beneath the smoke, he rides now where no words are spoke. In the silence he's the echo of a stroke, of dark tales under the desert's cloak. Outlaw heart forever roam, in the desert's arms he found his home. With every turn he writes his tome, in the land where lost souls forever comb.
Underneath the devil's black sun in a ghost town's embrace, whiskey bottles lay shattered, echoes of a fall from grace. Dust devils dance on barren lands where hope dare not tread. Train whistles moan through silent deserts, singing songs of the dead. Right through the shadows, under the devil's black sun, where hearts turn to stone and the rivers run dry. Lost love's a memory, fading at the end of my gun, in the land of the forsaken, under the ink black sky. Once loved a girl with fire in her soul, in a town too cursed to thrive. Her kiss was sweeter than redemption, the only truth in my life. But betrayal came on a burning church breeze, with smoke that choked my faith. Now her ghost in forgotten graves whispers a lover's wraith. Right through vengeance, under the devil's black sun, where promises break and the shadows betray. Her love's a ghost now, shot down by my own gun, in the land where even brave men kneel and pray. Stood face to face with the man I'd become, at the crossroads of sin and salvation. A showdown with my demons, under the eyes of a forsaken nation. The truth hit hard like the desert scorching sand. All I loved was lost to the devil's own hand. I'll ride alone, under the devil's black sun, through cursed lands where redemption is won with a gun. No turning back, the past is a shadow I shun, in the land of the lost until my days are done. In the shadow of the shopper I ride alone, past whiskey bottles and bones, under the moon's sullen tone. Ghost town echoes of my steed's haunted moan. Dust devils dance where the cursed winds have blown. Beneath the 6 bullets of fate, my heart lies somewhere cold. Each laid kiss a tale of vengeance,
each story untold. Silver badges and blackened hearts all sold for a handful of dust in this land so old. A silhouette on the horizon, a love once pure, turned traitor beneath the gold rush lure. In the churchyard where the cross is burned, she laid with my dreams, in the bitter earth they turned. Beneath the 6 bullets of fate, under the endless sky, the desert holds secrets, old lovers and lies. A gallows shadow in the noonday sun where my path lies. Each step forward, another memory dies. Forgotten graves, I heard the trains cry, like a morning preacher to a sinner's side. The truth struck hard, as harsh as a desert storm. In the mirror was the outlaw, shadow I'd worn. Beneath the 6 bullets of fate, I find my release. With each pull of the trigger, a whisper of peace. In the dust I lay, where the old ghosts roam. Beneath the 6 bullets of fate, I'm finally home.
In the shadow of the valley, where the cold winds moan, lies a town forgotten, left with bones and stone. Beneath the sky, under whispers of past deaths, by the creek of silent weeping, a rusted locket rests. Where the rusted locket waits, there's a tale too hard to speak, of a love lost in the shadows, of a vengeance blood deep. Whiskey bottles lay buried in a field of dying flames, each sip a bitter memory, each nightfall whispers her name. Underneath the steeple of a church that burned to ash, a preacher man once told me, son, all love is bound to crash. With a pocket full of bullets and a heart full of rage, I searched the ghostly railroads, turned each cursed page. Where the rusted locket waits, under dust storms rolling wild, lies a story of betrayal, thick as blood forever filed. Train whistles cry through nightfall, over graves no cross can claim, echo in the
the man who wronged me, where the deepest hatred burned. Guns drawn at high noon, only one would walk away. A locket in the dust as night reclaimed the day. Now where the rusted locket waits, a spirit's kept inside, bound by cords of sorrow. In these winds she'll always ride. A town that time's forgotten, but some memories never fade. In the whisper of the valley, they remember Adelaide. So in the shadow of the valley, let the whiskey pour once more. Raise a glass to love and vengeance, to the peace we're fighting for. And if you find that rusted locket, let it lie, let it wait. For every heart that's broken has a love it can't replace. Under the blood-red sun, where the dry winds moan, stands a shadow of a man across alone. Whiskey bottles lay by a weathered stone. Ghost town whispers in them his sins atone. Echoes from the outlaw heart, riding through cursed lands torn apart. The silence holds what words cannot start, the haunting trail of a forsaken heart. Once loved a girl as fierce as desert storms, her eyes like the stars in cold nights they'd warm. But love turned to dust, left in betrayal's form. He rides seeking vengeance through hell's reform. Echoes from the outlaw heart, burning churches, lives torn apart. Each train whistle a bitter remark on the lonely tracks of a damn heart. His shadow confronts ghosts of the past, of the hurt he once shunned. The gun's cold truth in his hand weighed like a ton, and the echo of the shout, what's lost is never won. Echoes from the outlaw heart, in silent deserts under stars that chart. Forgotten graves of his soul apart, in the whispers of the wind he departs. Every chord of memory, every note of scar, echoes from the outlaw heart, echoing afar. Out where the shadows twist and crawl, under a moon that's seen it all. The wind carries a tale, tired and worn, of a love sworn true, then sworn forlorn. Whiskey bottles clink like bones engraved in
in this ghost town where the righteous came to save. Whispers in the revenge, haunting the silent airs, echoes of a trust that was broken beyond repairs. Every star story, every gust of sin confessed. In the heart of the desert, where vengeance never rests. There's a church on the hill, smoldering still, where hymns used to fill the dusty skies. A preacher man ran with the devil's plan, left nothing but the truth in a pack of lies. Through the ashes, under the soot and scorn, lay secrets between the lines of a loved once born. Whispers in the revenge stir the dust of fears. The night air's thick with the price of falling tears. Coyote howls a requiem for souls who won't find rest. In the heart of the desert, where vengeance confesses. At the crossroads, face to face with my own ghost, I reached into the silence where love mattered most. Reckoning came like a train's mournful whistle blow. A reckoning from the hands of the one I used to know. Now whispers in the revenge ride with me tonight, across these cursed lands, under the fading light. My heart's laid bare, my sins I must amend. In the heart of the desert, I'll face my bitter end. In the town of Whiskey Gulch, beneath a blood-red sky, the wind whispers secrets and the vultures fly high. A lone church stands burning, its bell silent and spent, in the heart of a land where even angels fear to tread. Echoes from the revenge, they haunt the stormy nights. Lost souls and shadowed dreams flicker in the light. A tale of a man scorned, betrayed by a love so wild, riding through cursed lands, a heart that's never reconciled. Once loved a girl as fierce as the desert storm. Her lies cut deeper than the thorns of a rose full worn. Left him with nothing but a bottle and a faded photograph on a dusty trail for vengeance.
a ghost in his own aftermath. Echoes from the revenge, they haunt the moonlit plains. Whispers of the past, like the sound of distant trains, bound by a promise over a forgotten grave. Through silent deserts and the choices we break. By the light of a dying star, he faced the man in black. Words unspoken in the shootout, no turning back. As the gun smoke cleared, truth came undone. Revenge or salvation, what has his anger won? Echoes from the revenge, a tale that never dies, riding towards the sunset beneath the vast unending skies. Forgiveness or a bullet, only the desert knows. Buried in the sands where the lonely wind blows. Where the dusty crossroads meet, under the moon's silent decree, lies a town where shadows speak, and the wind whispers treachery. Old whiskey bottles laid by forgotten boots, echoes of laughter turned into mute. Whispers in the ghost town tell a tale of woe, of a lover's cross turned under where the cursed cacti grow. In the heart of sands, by a noose undone, lies a silent tale of a gun outrun. There's a church with a scorched out spire, where once rang out the gospel choir. The preacher man, they found him tied, burned his faith, left his Bible alive. In the pews a locket's gleam, a picture fades, a lost love's dream. Whispers in the ghost town cry beneath the moon, past promises like dust storms vanished all too soon. Ghosts of guilt in the chapels hum, whispering of what we've all become. Stood at the edge of the cursed lands, train whistle cuts through the silent sands. In the dust, the story laid so bare. Revenge or forgive, do I even dare? Eyes meet the grave under starlit sheen, face the ghost of what should have been. Whispers in the ghost town, now I understand. Every tale of sorrow etched by a heavy hand. In the echo of the train's lonesome cry, I'll either live with truth or with lies die. In this haunted desert, I take my final vow to join or flee the whispers in the ghost town. Secrets it keeps. The sun bleeds red over
ghost towns whisper with the voices of the scorn. In the shadow of a church where vows were torn. Echoes from the lonely road, calling me to bear my load. Whiskey numbs the heart so cold. On this cursed path I stroll, where the night hides the sins I sold. Echoes from the lonely road. Found an old wood bottle, label worn and frayed. Like the love we made, it just faded away. Train whistle moans through the silent night, a reminder of the flight in the fading light. Echoes from the lonely road, haunting every tale I've told. The wind whispers of bold deeds old, beneath the stars so cruel and bold. In the dust where my dreams are rolled, echoes from the lonely road. That burning church, the flames lick sky high, reflecting the fire that still burns in my eye. Confronting the ghost in this deserted hell, my heart's revenge, only time will tell. Echoes from the lonely road, revenge is a debt I owe. Across silent deserts to forgotten graves I rode, letting go of the past I told. Echoes from the lonely road, echoes of the truth bestowed. Under a blood-red sky where the old church lies, ghost town whispers singing lullabies. Footsteps echo across the cursed land, a bottle of whiskey gripped in a trembling hand. The wind carries tales of a love that crashed. Here I am in the shadows, dancing with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the cold moonlight. Every step a story of what's wrong and right. In the silence where the spirits sigh, I'm just a soul too restless to die. Dancing, dancing with ashes tonight. The flames kissed the sky, the night the truth burned and love said goodbye. She vanished like smoke on that old train's whistle, left nothing but memories sharp as thistles. Now every gust of desert dust, every church bell that clashes, brings me back to the dance with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the starlit veil. Every turn a reminder of that bitter tale. Here in the wasteland where echoes confide, lies a heart that the desert can't hide. Dancing, still dancing with ashes so pale.
Dancing with ashes where no angels tread. With each step I claim all the tears I've shed. This dance, my redemption, oh my sweet despair. In the dust I find the courage laid bare. Dancing, forever dancing with the ghost in my head. Dancing, just dancing with ashes till I'm dead.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the sun forgets to shine, lies a town too rough for daybreak on a cursed and crooked line. Whiskey bottles lay like gravestones, marking tales of better days, where the undertaker hums a hymn to those who've lost their way. Sing, oh sing for the shadows where forgotten ghosts reside. Sing for haunted hearts a-breaking where the lost souls go to hide. In the dust storms and the echoes, hear the trains, they moan and cry. The undertaker's hymn is calling beneath a vengeful sky. Once a lover, once a traitor, steel-eyed Johnny rode to sin, left a burning church behind him and the ashes of his kin. Through the silent deserts wandered, chased by deeds he couldn't mend, till the dust winds whipped the faces of the ghost he called his friends. Sing, oh sing for the sorrow that the desert winds have known. Sing for promises like thunder, turn to whispers, turn to bones, where the train whistles a morning and the night refuses light. The undertaker's hymn grows louder, calling souls back from the night. Pale watch, he faced the life that he'd forsake. In the mirror of the starlight, saw the shadow he would take. With his heart cast in the darkness of the lands he'd roamed so wild, he found peace within the hymn of sins reconciled. Sing low, sing for redemption where the broken past do meet. Sing for love and the betrayal, dust to dust in the retreat. As the stars above all witness to the choices that we make, the undertaker's hymn shall guide us at the dawn that we await.
In the silence of the desert, where the dead men tell no tales,
The sky bleeds red at sunset on those rusty, forgotten rails. Whiskey bottles lay empty in the shadow of the cross, where the devil's outlaw heart beats and all love is lost. Oh, the winds they speak in whispers beneath the crescent moon so stark, of a man with a shadow for a soul and a devil's outlaw heart. He rides through cursed lands where the desperate come to part, with a ghost of redemption and the devil's outlaw heart. There's a church out past the crossroads where the congregation fled. Its steeple charred and pointed, accusing the wicked dead, who once loved a maiden fair, betrayed by a venomous dart, left her weeping in the graveyard, stole away with her heart. Oh, the winds they moan in sorrow neath the ghostly desert lark, for the love that was murdered by the devil's outlaw heart. He rides past burning churches, through dust storms harsh and smart, with a trail of broken promises and a devil's outlaw heart. In the whispering sands he faced it, the specter of his sin, a mirage of the maiden whispering, "Come, let me in." His gun hand shook, his eyes were torn at the crossroads standing part. His revenge was but a whispered dream in the devil's outlaw heart. Now the desert holds a secret, like a whispered deadly art. Lost in sands of silence lies a devil's outlaw heart. He rides no more in darkness, no more the curse to start, just a tale of twilight of a devil's outlaw heart. The echoes of train whistles sing a lonesome haunting chart to the silent rhythm beating in the devil's outlaw